Strome, McMichael, Carlson begin it in the Screaming Eagle red sweaters for Washington. Caulfield, Suzuki, and Hudson. For Montreal, three guys with plenty of get up and go. Hudson drifts it on back. Suzuki closes. You see the records for these squads after regulation. Suzuki maneuvers through center. Hudson approaching. Hudson doesn't shoot it. Drifts off into the corner, and Caulfield continues the game of keep away.
They're keeping and playing keep away on half the ice here.
Suzuki feeds. Hudson's onside. Crisscrossing. Suzuki fires. A stop for Thompson, and he'll hang on.
That's a set play. I mean, they work that crisscross to perfection. It freezes you when you're in man-and-man coverage, and you're trying to make sure you stay with them. The hook by Hudson. Now he drops it, and notice Carlson couldn't get back through the man to get to Suzuki, and he gets a good ripper there. Nice stop, looking for his 15.
Big numbers, as always, from Nick. When it comes to Washington in sudden victory overtimes, the guy you look to set things up is 17 in the red. Sandin has a couple of helpers tonight. Excellent. But when it gets to overtime, it tends to be Strome who's the driving force for Washington.
Sandin over 24 minutes. John Carlson over 25 minutes tonight.
Capitals missing Jacob Chychrun. Chychrun has both of their overtime winners this season. Strome on the move, leaves it to Sandin. Sandin closing. Montembeault made a pad save.
That was a nice play overall by the Caps. Strome and Sandin working sort of a crisscross to mess up their defense.
Sandin taking the part of Jacob Chychrun there. Alexei Protas. We move towards the second minute of OT.
Ethan Frank on the ice.
Full blast on the run. Head fake to the inside. Backhand stop by Montembeault.
That would have been something, a hat trick. That was spectacular speed and move.
Frank rolls this to Protas. Gets it back, glances a give and go, 2-on-1. Frank settles, spins but lost his balance. Poked it to the slot, it's still free. Slafkovsky clears.
And look at him hustle and still win the loose puck.
Chopping on for John Carlson, leaning in. Backhand spinner, stopped by Montembeault.
Things heating up a little bit, but this has been the Ethan Frank show. From offense to defense to setting up guys, he has been the best player on the ice tonight. John Carlson getting involved physically here. Here's Ethan Frank right off the bench. Look at him turn. Look at him cross over. Get speed. Look at this through the middle. Gets around the stick check. The forward, Kapanen, then staying with it, moves the puck up, trying to keep it in, trying to make the play, pressured by Slafkovsky. Gets the puck and now crosses over again with speed. Now he's smart. He's not going to take a shot. A little hook up, loses his feet, still gets his stick on it. But how about this hustle? Coming back here and taking the angle away from Kapanen, who he beat earlier in the shift. That's a shift for the highlight reel.
Get that man some oxygen. Holy smokes.
Penalty.
Right off the draw, McMichael was fouled, and now the Capitals will have a 4-on-3 chance to win this in come-from-behind fashion.
Matheson's going to go off. They're one of their top skating defensemen. Excuse me, it's the captain heading off for the trip. I thought it was Matheson that's going to be going. But the captain will have a seat on the bench. Nick Suzuki. As Marty St. Louis looks on, here it is right off the draw. Dano wins it but breaks his stick. Connor McMichael splits the gap and uses his speed to get a step on the captain. A forward playing defense there gets him to trip him up.
Capitals with 4 come-from-behind wins this season. They led the league in that category last campaign.
Wouldn't be surprised. A little timeout here. I'm not sure. They're going to wait a little bit and finally get their 4-man unit out there.
Ethan Frank getting some direction from Spencer Carberry. Fans hoping to be cheering in earnest in a few moments. Alex Ovechkin has 27 OT game winners on his resume. Caps. Power play unfolds in the extra time. 4-on-3 variety. Dylan Strome leaving for John Carlson. Snapshot on the way. Montembeault made the stop after Frank stepped out from his screen position. Ovechkin back to the point. Dylan Strome closing. Ovechkin holds. Eyes up for Karlsson. Into the lane to Strome. Waiting. Dylan Strome. John Karlsson, severe angle. Strome settles, fires, inside of the post. No goal. Ovechkin has the rebound. Power play time continues. AV power play for Washington. John Karlsson thunders one. That just missed. Ovechkin bats it below the goal line, looking for Ethan Frank. It's the Canadiens who come out of there, and Matheson clears.
Man, good clear by Matheson. He hunted down that puck, and nobody in red could find it. He did and rifled it down the ice.
Halfway through the power play in overtime, and Strome venturing out wide. Dylan Strome slowing the pace. Ovechkin nearing the net. John Karlsson at the midpoint. With Strome. Dylan Strome looking for a lane. No seam yet. Finagles to the middle and fires. Stop there. Rebound. Ovechkin not able to beat Montembeault. Strome keeps it in. Change the point of attack. This is John Karlsson. 30 seconds on the man advantage. Strome getting downhill. Dylan Strome waits at the half wall. Karlsson and Strome play patty cake. Change it there for Protas. Did not elevate in time. Protas again looking for Ovechkin.
Man, everything on the slide has to be timed perfectly. That was nicely done by their D.
Strome waiting. 10 ticks on the power play. Bombs away, and Montembeault made the stop on Karlsson, who looks skyward.
Best power play of the night for sure for the guys in red, moving the puck effectively and moving it around. 1:41 in the zone. Here's the post by Dylan Strome. It looked like at the apex where the post and crossbar meet. Here it is, looking right in your living room. That is the apex. The crossbar and post. What a shot. Ovi a chance on the rebound. The quickness of Montembeault comes across with its blocker and his right pad. Great looks on the power play. The best power play look of the night.
At MedStar Health, we're proud the Capitals continue to trust us as their medical team. And how we treat the pros is how we treat you. Because together, we can take on anything. MedStar Health, it's how we treat people.
Both teams' special teams units huddling up at the bench. The tail end of a Washington power play in sudden victory overtime. It's 2-2. The Caps rallying thanks to 2 Ethan Frank goals in the third against Martin St. Louis troops. The Capitals, who have not scored a 4-on-3 goal this season, looking for their first to bring the curtain down now. 8 seconds left in that 4-on-3. Caps get the draw, win it back to Karlsson. Ovechkin one time, blocked, reload, stopped by Montembeault. Alex Ovechkin put everything he had in that last shot. Montembeault going to take no chances now as the Canadiens are back to level. We'll play 3-on-3 from here.
There's an isolation of Alex Ovechkin, the captain. Here he is winding up, and he drilled this one. Notice the puck was rolling on him. The second one, he laid into it. Talk about laying into it. Not only his arms, his legs, his whole body trying to pound it past Montembeault to get the winner for his team.
Trying to be the first 40-year-old ever in NHL history to have a 5-game goal-scoring streak. Came in with 4 in a row tonight. McMichael and the Caps win the draw. They'll bring it back to center in the final minute of the OT. Rasmus Sandin, the 2 assists in the third. McMichael, several splendid chances against Montembeault tonight. Send it out for Sandin. Looking late. Snapshot. Pad save. Rebound. Score! McMichael! All the way back. Washington wins it 3-2.
Too early. Everyone's still standing. What a way to cap off the night here that Capital One Arena. First 2 periods, so-so at the very best. The third period, one of their best periods of the season. Domination. And Connor McMichael, off some loose change off the left pad of Montembeault, wins it for the Caps. A huge 2 points against the Montreal Canadiens. Here's how it looked, and it's hooked up. The hard shot by Strome, the curl around the leg before Slafkovsky can get and handle the stick of Connor McMichael. But it all starts with a shot that created the rebound from Dylan Strome. The little hook of the stick around the pad. That is something for the Caps to come back and win this one. I love this play all around, just the way Dylan called his own number to create a good scoring chance. He created it, one of the very few rebounds that Montembeault gave up tonight. Kudos to Montembeault, kudos to Logan Thompson. It was a wonderful goaltending battle. A 2-goal lead, once again, the worst lead in hockey. The Capitals found momentum, and it carried them to victory here tonight.